Google searches for the phrase how to trade commodities, they are surging once again. This comes as no surprise given that the current highly macro-driven backdrop that is fueling one of the greatest wealth transfers the world has ever seen, presenting savvy traders with back-to-back money-making opportunities. Traders are pumping money into commodities at one of the fastest paces ever seen to capitalize on the biggest macro themes driving the financial markets. Everything from the disruptive impacts of climate change to escalating global food crisis to Saudi's aggressive policy aimed at keeping oil prices high enough to fund their ambitious economic plans. And just in case that wasn't enough, traders are now on the cusp of being gifted with even more lucrative money-making opportunities, with the labour market gradually cooling and inflation steadily moving in the right direction, which may ultimately lead to the most hotly anticipated event of all, an end to the Fed's historic interest rate hiking campaign. This cocktail of events is whipping up an explosive money-making storm that is sending commodities across the board from energies to agriculture skyrocketing to record highs. So far this month, oil prices they've been on an absolute tear, racking up double-digit gains on both the upside and the downside, following Saudi Arabia's announcement to extend its 1 million barrel per day production cut in an effort to boost prices. Last week, Brent crude oil prices they hit 6-month highs of $88 a barrel, whilst WTI crude oil touched its strongest level since November of 2022, taking the current gain to over 32% from recent lows. As you know, at the Gold and Silver Club, we've fully taken advantage of the higher energy prices here, both banking natural gas and Brent crude oil on the long side in the last week, and now at the end of the week, as we're starting to see profit taking follow through into those markets, we've reversed position on crude oil to benefit from the current cycle and the breakdown in price that we've seen into Friday's close. Now, elsewhere in the energy markets, the real star performer that has been European natural gas. European natural gas prices, they've been on an unstoppable run, soaring over 40% in a single day alone. That's the European benchmark's biggest daily percentage gain since Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Right now, the summer spike in natural gas prices on both sides of the Atlantic, it has been driven by high demand as scorching heat wave temperatures around the world due to the effects of global warming. They're forcing businesses and households to crank up air conditioning. Natural gas prices, they're currently 4.5 times higher than they usually are for this time of year, and we haven't even entered the winter months yet, when prices typically surge even higher. Whilst the energies, they're getting all the attention right now, one of the best kept secrets in commodities is agriculture. Now, unlike other commodities, the world cannot function or survive without agriculture. Regardless of whether the overall economy is booming or in a downturn, people, they still have to eat, making agriculture the ultimate asset class that is considered recession-proof, inflation-proof, and crisis-proof. These unique features, they position agriculture as one of the hottest asset classes of the current economic climate that we find ourselves in right now. The disruptive effects of global warming and climate change combined with unprecedented demand for safety, diversification, and high returns on offer in this new economic landscape that has sent orange juice, coffee, sugar, corn, wheat, cocoa, soybeans, and rice prices surging to record highs. During the previous supercycle in the early 2000s, agriculture prices they posted a whopping gain of 4,000% within a 10-year stretch. If history is anything to go by, this is just the beginning. According to economists at the World Bank, as a result of climate change, the world is now 150 times more likely to experience record-breaking heat waves, droughts, and extreme floods, which could see global agriculture production decline by 52% this year to the lowest since 1936. These key factors combined with agflation, such as rapidly surging fertilizer and farming costs, along with rising fuel prices, cutting into transportation prices, and the ongoing war in Ukraine, these will only exacerbate bullish conditions, sending agricultural prices significantly higher from current levels. Whichever way you look at it, there's really nothing historical you can point to right now for what is going on in the commodity markets today. The current macroeconomic backdrop, that is fueling one of the greatest wealth transfers the world has seen. Right now, we're seeing commodities tallying up spectacular double-digit gains of 10% or higher in a single week, sometimes in a single day. So just think about that for a second. In today's inflation-adjusted terms, your money sat in the bank that will not even earn that return in a year or even 5 years from now. Right now, we have opportunity on top of opportunity. This is the time that traders, they wait decades for. It's times like these that make millionaires and billionaires out of regular people. There's a lot of traders out there that completely missed out on two of the previous greatest wealth transfers in history, including the global financial crisis of 2008 and more recently the pandemic in 2020. The ones that saw the opportunity and knew how to capitalize, they accumulated life-changing wealth. But once again, we find ourselves at the forefront of one of the biggest wealth creation opportunities of all time. This explosive cocktail of events that is currently unfolding right now, it presents the third greatest wealth transfer of our lifetime. According to Bloomberg, 1 in 2 people, they've now turned to trading to protect their hard-earned money from devaluation, whilst also capitalizing on the high returns on offer in this new economic climate. More millionaires and billionaires, they will be made this time round than ever before. The only question is, will you be one of them? Definitely do not underestimate what you can achieve in the next 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or even 12 months from now. Here at the Gold and Silver Club, we're consistently banking over 10,000 points profit per month, which we've transparently documented through our weekly videos. If you're trading at one lot, that's $100,000, or if you're trading at 10 lots, that's $1 million. The majority of our clients at the Gold and Silver Club are utilizing our proprietary research-driven trading approach. They've already made in excess of 6 and 7 figures, and we're only halfway through the year. Historically, each time commodities they've started the year on a positive note, they've always gone on to finish the year outperforming every other asset class out there. So far this year, it's just been a taster of what is yet to come. If you want to take advantage of these extraordinary markets and huge money-making potential on offer, then there's no better time than now. Go to jointhegoldensilverclub.com to learn how a mentorship program can take your trading to the next level. Investing in yourself, it's the best investment you will ever make. Your future, it is created by what you do today. Make investing in yourself a priority because nobody else is going to do it for you. Palladium, this is where we talked you through last week. Big opportunities on any dips back below 1,200 US dollars per ounce. So palladium prices, large move over Thursday and Friday. In fact, we had a 3-day impulse move here. So our position is now up just over 1,000 points here into Friday's close. Now, alongside that, natural gas, we actually took the opportunity on the breakout where we saw a 16% breakout to the upside for US natural gas prices last week. We took that opportunity, in fact, to bank one of our positions, our lowest trade here, for 1,000 points with our clients on that breakout where we did break all the way back out to the highest level since February earlier on this year. Dollar index also took off on Friday, which is an interesting dynamic that we have at the moment as we transition throughout August, where you can actually see the dollar index moving in tandem with some of the commodities. We've had that breakout with palladium, with platinum, with natural gas, with oil prices last week, and the dollar has also risen. So we in fact also took the opportunity to scale out some of our profits on the dollar on Friday on the breakout here, breaking back out to 1 month highs. We locked in 300 points. Now, the opportunities that I see it as we go into next week, certainly those are across the metals. So gold, platinum, and silver. So I'll talk you through that in a bit more detail. First of all, on platinum, with the break back down towards the swing lows, so we've seen a classic move, breaking back down towards the price swing lows, taking out essentially any liquidity at those zones, retail stops and so forth at that level, only then to see the price action reverse. So essentially it's a bear trap. And we've, of course, again, as we stated with you, buying around that 900 level. Any retest at $900 per ounce or lower on platinum, fantastic opportunity to essentially add exposure. And you can see here into Friday's close, platinum back at $914.70 per ounce. It's up 0.5% on the day. Now, of course, we want to look at gold and silver here as we go into next week. So you can see here the overall anticipation for gold as we are heading into next week. So I am a buyer at these zones. I do like gold back down towards the price swing lows. Anywhere as close as possible back down towards 1900 is my ideal spot at the moment. Ultimately, as we head into next week, the next couple of weeks, in fact, especially as we get closer to the Jackson Hole Symposium at the end of August, I'm expecting the metals to get a bid and for this to be a buy opportunity. It's also similar on silver as well. We've retested back into the zone here of 22.69 on Friday. We've got 3 taps into liquidity back at the lower channels here as well. So I do like the price structures here that I'm seeing as we go into next week, particularly as we have seen a breakout on the dollar and really not too much pressure here across metals. In fact, as we talked to you through this, palladium, lovely breakout last week to the upside. So again, our position right now is up over 1,000 points into the close on Friday. You can see we've had that 3-day impulse move higher. Other markets that I would have on the radar as we go into next week, Brent, absolutely. So what you actually look at here, if we go over to, for example, heating oil, that is now starting to break down, 1% breakdown on Thursday through to Friday here. The setup is definitely there for a potential follow-through move. As I mentioned last week, we are selling short into oil. Lovely sell-off on Thursday here, 200-point breakdown in price, and on Friday, again, an attempted breakout, and now we're starting to see the price action roll over. What you have to be cognizant of at the moment is the fact that all year we've tended to see many traders, particularly hedge funds, money managers, they keep buying at the upper end of the ranges here. They're getting FOMO each time we break out back towards the price swing highs. This is where many times they are buying, and each time they're doing so, they're essentially getting liquidated, because all we're seeing at the moment is a range-bound market throughout 2023 on oil. As you know, prior to this, we were buying at 73 and 71.96, so we banked both of those positions. So we in fact banked 1,220 points profit the previous week on oil. Then we've reversed position, and now we're selling short into oil. We've had a nice breakdown on Thursday through to Friday. Lovely price structure here as well. So we've got a rising wedge where essentially I'm expecting the potential as we go into the next couple of weeks here for oil to start rolling over. And I would look at heating oil to start leading that as we go into next week. So I see plenty of opportunities across the board here. Copper is getting very close back down towards our buy zone as well. So any real revisits back down towards the 3.6 zone or lower, for me, these are zones which I've definitely got on the radar as well. So again, yet again, it's been another week where there's just been back-to-back opportunities to capitalize. I hope that many of you crushed it on palladium last week. The breakout, 16% breakout that we had on natural gas last week that banked us 1,000 points. I hope you caught some of the lower entries here on platinum back down towards $900 per ounce, and also the sell shorts on oil, which is starting to roll over here into Friday's close. And whatever long-term goal you're looking to achieve through trading, whether that's to create a full-time income, a second replacement income, or just to earn a better return on your savings, now is the time to take action to give yourself the gift of a better 2023. If you want to maximize your money-making potential and thrive, not just survive in these fast-moving markets, then you need to adapt your strategy to the current market conditions, and most importantly, utilize a professional, research-driven approach. One of the biggest obstacles that holds back 99% of retail traders from achieving their desired success, it's not having access to the correct professional strategies, institutional level data, and market intelligence to make confident decisions with accuracy and certainty. There's a huge gap between the top 1% of professional traders and the bottom 99% of misguided retail traders who simply rely on outdated technical analysis and gimmicky technical indicators that do not work in these markets. If you want to get yourself out of the bottom 99% and into the top 1% who are actually crushing it and making 6, 7, and 8-figure returns in these markets right now, then you need to utilize a professional, research-driven approach, or you'll just end up wasting lots of time, money, and effort, and you'll have no results to show for all of your hard work. In these rapidly changing markets, you need to be constantly innovating and evolving. Technical analysis, outdated technical indicators, they won't work. Those days, they're long gone. If that's all you're relying on, the odds are already stacked up massively against you. If you want to change your results, then you have to change your thinking. If you want to learn our exclusive research-driven approach that is never taught to retail traders and only reserved for professional traders in the banks and hedge funds with access to powerful game-changing insights, including where the banks and hedge funds where they're buying and selling in real time, the key liquidity zones so you can enter and exit the markets with pinpoint precision, alongside the fundamentals, the macroeconomics, the capital flows, the daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly real-time data-driven cycles, the intermarket correlations, then you need to join our mentorship program. As we head into the new year, we are in one of the greatest eras of wealth creation the world has ever seen. And if you want to successfully capitalize on the huge money-making opportunities ahead and build significant life-changing wealth, then there's no better time than right now. If you want to upgrade your income, then you need to upgrade your skills. Never underestimate what you can achieve in the next few months from now with the right guidance and mentorship. Time is the most valuable commodity that we have. Make sure that you don't waste it. If you want to join our community of successful traders and take your trading to the next level, there is an opportunity for you to do so. As a member, you get access to our exclusive live trading room webinars. You get access to real-time trade ideas, access to institutional research and market intelligence, access to our private Members Academy website, and also support and one-to-one mentoring. For more information, just go to jointhelivetradingroom.com. The link is also below this report in the description. So just click on the link, make an application, and we will get in touch with you ASAP.